life and say the Most High is with you, and the Most High is with us. He ain't with none of these other nations, period.
Numbers 15.
Numbers 15, and we're going to pick it up at the 15th verse.
Numbers chapter 15 and verse 15.
America, sit down.
One ordinance shall be both for you of the congregation.
You see that? The Most High commanded for one ordinance. But these Gentiles, wait a minute, them Gentiles say what? That law for the Jews. We Gentiles, we ain't got to deal with that.
They keep the Sabbath. They ain't got to do that.
The Jewish Sabbath. But the Sunday is the Christian Sabbath. No, he said one ordinance, read.
Shall be both for you of the congregation and also for the stranger that sojourn with you.
Also the stranger or the other nations. They must get down with this one ordinance, which is the laws of the Most High, right? Read.
An ordinance forever in your generation. As you are, so shall the stranger be before Yahweh.
You see that? So that's where we set the precedence. As we are, the other nations must be. The way we talk, the way we dress, the way we eat, that's how they got to get down. If they actually want to receive salvation. As we are, right? Verse 16.
One law and one manner shall be before you. And the stranger that sojourns with you.
You see, there ain't no separation in the law. These people, again, in their cemetery, so-called religious schools, they teach us that there's a separation in the law. That's for the Jews, this is for the Gentiles. Absolutely not. If they continue in that path, they're going to be on their way. Simple and plain. Yeah, they're on their way. You best believe it. Because these people, man, when you actually think about it, man, the mere fact that they are allowing that homosexual spirit to flourish. I just looked up last night. I was looking at I had heard about it, but I was looking it up last night. It's a particular church in Virginia. It's called the Whitetail Chapel. Anybody heard of that? These Gentiles, huh?
Sound fruit.
Fruity. Now, it's crazy because what was the name of that porn magazine back in the day? That Black.
Oh, Blacktail.
It was Blacktail, right?
What?
It was a popular joint back in the day. But these people at Whitetail Chapel, they believe that in order to worship God, you gotta come on to church naked. So these people come in their church stark. They preachers sitting up there stark naked, man. I mean, it's you talk about a shame. Because this cat, brother ain't even, I mean, I can see if he was looking like a Greek statue. I can't even see that. But it's like, dude, it's like over. Man, it's horrible. And these people sitting up here completely, some come in their clothes, some, you know, maybe just topless. But they feel like this is how they connect to God. Like Robert brought a lesson out about by all pure. When you go into the deeper levels of it, that's what they were doing. They would go to worship their idol gods naked, you know what I'm saying, perform all type of sex acts, so on and so forth. And these people are doing that today, thinking that they follow the Most High. It's sad. These Gentiles are completely lost. So again, it's our duty, man, to help them, because they is lost. Get Ezekiel 47. Man, let's join up when you get to it. It's complete madness. I couldn't believe it. But they actually feel like they dealing with the Most High. Yes, brother. I don't even know what scripture they use to justify that naked. I have no idea. But I know what they were saying on the news report, they were saying that because Adam and Eve, that's how they were originally. You know what I'm saying? So they call themselves, we going back. Right. But how can, I mean, it's a shame, brother, that, you know, your eyes is open now. You know your nakedness, brother. It's cut off. They didn't know. They didn't realize, you know, they free-handed it out. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel 47. Let's see how the kingdom will be set up for those righteous Gentiles. Ezekiel 47 and 22.
Ezekiel chapter 47 and verse 22.
Read.
And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass. Read.
That you shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you.
Now this is talking about our kingdom, going back. When you look at what the Most High said, the north, south, east, and west, when you go back and study the actual borders of Israel, it's not that little strip of land that they have today. It stretches far. It's a nice portion of the earth. It's the true Middle East. The true Middle East. Right? But within that, we're going to have our inheritance. The Most High going to separate the tribes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be by the tribe breakdown. Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be by that. But the Most High is going to separate the tribes and you're going to get your inheritance, right? Read.
And to the stranger that sojourn among you.
And to the stranger. So the righteous ones, they're going to be there. Read.
And shall beget children among you.
And they shall do what?
Beget children among you.
You see that? So these Gentiles that's going to be amongst us, they're going to beget children amongst themselves. Not us going in and, hey, let's all get together. Man, it ain't going to be like that no more. The children of Israel are going to be separate. They're going to be separate. But it's going to be one kingdom. They will be there. Right? Read on.
And they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel.
Read on.
They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel.
So just like Ephesians 2 and 12 say, they're going to partake in that commonwealth. What the Most High has promised to give Israel as our inheritance, the riches of the Gentiles, the earth itself, they're going to partake in that. That little bit of them that make it. Right? Oh, that's cool right there. Pull up that clip. Because again, I just want to get it to the minute and 43 seconds. I want to play this particular clip. This is show like how prideful and arrogant these people are. 142. That's cool.
But she goes on to talk about the orientation of the South towards prejudice and her view on what prejudice actually is now.
I feel like the South is almost less prejudiced because black folks played such an integral part in our lives. They were like a family.
I guess if you're a racist, that sounds like a reasonable thing. That sounds like some sort of compassion, but it's not, okay? What you said there is basically, we felt really close to them. Like we feel to dogs, for instance. They weren't your family, okay? Yeah, maybe sometimes there was kind of a congenial atmosphere on some of these plantations, but at the end of the day, they were your property. They couldn't leave if they wanted to. Their marriages could be broken up, their kids could be shipped off, they could be beaten and possibly even killed. Don't give me the economic argument that it wouldn't make sense to kill a slave because it was lost property. Yeah, I get that. But you could kill them if you wanted to. That's kind of a bad economic situation to set up in the first place. And so don't give me this family stuff, okay? They couldn't leave if they wanted to. At the end of the day, that's slightly more important than if you said hi to them as you walk by in the morning. Now finally, possibly the most awkward part of these 2012 comments, which by the way happened at the New York Times headquarters. You'd think there would have been a little bit more press, or maybe it just went under the radar, I guess. Is when she wanted to show that she wasn't racist by talking about one of her black friends. That's always a good route to take. Let's listen.
Take a look at this.
I have a young man in my life, and his name is Hollis Johnson. And he's black as that board, isn't he here? He's that Hollis.
We're going to
Y'all hear what she said?
Yeah, I got a young man in my life.
Okay, just listen close.
Black
Let's listen.
I have a young man in my life, and his name is Hollis Johnson. And he's black as that board, isn't he here? He's
Black as that board.
She said, I got a young man in my life, and he's, he's black as that board. She trying to, because what done happened to this sister right here is she done got her behind 5 from off the Food Network channel for nigga. You know what I'm saying? She got 5 for that. So now she actually trying to push this little campaign like she's not really that bad. You know what I'm saying? But she can't even really contain it, man. Check it. Read on.
Hollis. We can't see you standing against that dark board.
You see that? We can't see you standing against that black board, and then you hear all them devils in the background just laughing. And with him, you know he a house Negro.
Right.
Gotta be.
Hey, you know, she probably paying him a pretty penny, but how could you sit up under somebody like that? Ain't nowhere in the world. I'm ready to put my fingers on that list.
Basically, yeah.
Exactly. That's pretty much what she wanted to say. But it show you like the pride, how they feel, how they feel about you, man. Ain't nothing changed. It's just they got it more on a clandestine level now, where it got to be hidden. But then even then, they can't really contain it. This is just a part of their spirit. Get up.
What the owners say?
Who that?
Clippers on.
Oh, now
You got black Jews, you got white Jews. But, you know, the black ones are way lower than the white Jews. Yeah. That's what I'm not going to lie. When that came out, when they caught all of that footage, and he said that was, I'm like, cool, that's a tool for us. And show, you know what I'm saying? We can use that. But he flat out said, you got black Jews, you got white Jews, and them black ones is like this.
I take care of them. I give them clothes, houses, and cars. I feed them.
Right.
Take care of my
And
slaves.
you act like I'm not racist.
That's what they say. I think
That's the part about it. He's so racist that he don't even realize he's a racist.
right.
But that because it so much permeates their spirit, they don't, that's just them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're our enemies, man. Simple and plain. It's only so many of them, man, that, you know what I'm saying, that actually like the guy that was doing that little, you know, that little joint right there. You know, he's kind of more of a humble Gentile. He might even accept the fact of who we are. You know what I'm saying? But the other ones, they so puffed up, it's a shame. Not knowing that it's on us for them to get their salvation. Get Isaiah 60 and verse 10. Last scripture. She would have went off on you, Brother Jerome. Why did that more?
Oh, you one of the bigger.
Right. Complete mind.
I would have to hit her.
Huh?
I would have to hit her.
I've been tempted, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. That's good, no problem.
I think Paula Dean was used.
Isaiah 60 and verse 10. But this is what we got to look forward to. So, you know, we'll take that disgrace that they put on us and make fun of our skin tone, different skin tones, so on and so forth. We'll take that. Just having this knowledge of what's to take place, that's where it's at. Where we can lay back in the cut, like, okay, keep doing y'all thing, keep ruling. We know what time it is. Isaiah 60 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10.
Now we know we the ones, again, we done built this whole thing up, right? Miss America got rich off that slave trade, right? But guess what's going to happen with them? Read.
And the sons of strangers
Of the other nations, read.
shall build up your walls.
So they get put to work. Even those ones that's going to be a part of that are different tribes. They're going to get put to work. Read.
And their kings shall minister unto you.
Read.
For in my wrath I have smote
You
you.
see that in the Most High's wrath. That wrath that he poured upon us in these curses. He smote us with that because of what our foreparents did and what we continue to do as being that seed. Right? Read on.
But in my favor have I had mercy on you.
You see that? But that's what the Most High's going to do. He's going to flip. Everything that we done went through, he's going to flip that. Read.
Therefore your gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto you the forces of the Gentiles,
And what else?
and that their king may be brought.
So all they top leaders, bring them here. Why? Because you're going into subjection to the children of Israel. Like the scriptures say, that he that leads into captivity shall do what?
Okay.
You're going into captivity. He that killed with the sword,
Kill.
gets killed with the sword. So it's going to flip. Let's sit back. We just sit back, continue to serve these people until the Most High get us up out of here. Then the earth is going to know who we really are. That we that chosen seed. Verse 12. So for a sister like her, talking all that madness that, you know, real puffed up against us and all that, read that.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve you
What's going to happen?
shall perish.
They shall perish. All these nations that don't want to get down with the program, they keep the Most High's laws and commandments and recognize who true children of Israel is. They're going to perish. Right? Drop down to verse 14.
Verse 14. The sons also of them that afflicted you shall come bending unto you.
So that's what's her fate going to be, though, unless she repents. Miss Queen Elizabeth, all of them, they coming to bend down to you for what they have done. They will humble themselves. Right? Read on.
And all they that despise you shall bow themselves down at the soles of your feet.
At the soles of their feet. They gonna bow down to us when it comes down to it. But that's what the Most High has ordained. But we can't get prideful and arrogant in that, just knowing that. Read on.
And they shall call you the city of Yahuwah, the Zion of the Kadesh one of Israel.
Read.
Whereas you have been forsaken and
You
hated.
see that? We've been forsaken. Don't think just because they giving you a bridge card, you know what I'm saying, or little WIC or whatever, the Section 8. Don't think that they taking care of you. They don't care. That's why they giving that bridge card to you, to the woman. That man is giving up in the form of child support. So they don't care about you. Ain't nothing happen. Yeah, we did, so-called. And he ain't did a lick for our people.
But look at Oprah.
I mean, Oprah was getting paid before that devil.
What about Bill Gates?
Devil as well. All those people have assimilated and bowed down. They love the Greekish Roman way of life.
Michael Jordan on his team, though.
Okay, you're a devil as well. It's been speculated that cat got money in the prison system. So how wicked is that? How do you have money invested in what your people are getting locked up in?
$300 shoes on kids getting killed every year. It don't say nothing.
Exactly.
Don't speak out. Don't lower the price.
Jordan could have sold his shoes for $19.99 and would have made a killing. But will he do that? No. He's the most popular basketball player we've ever seen in our lifetime. He could have sold them for the price it cost to make them, which is about $5. And made good. But they don't care. Our own people, man, they'd rather deal with these Romans and love their way of life as opposed to helping their own. Let's quiet it down, please. Let's quiet it down, please. Read from the top.
Whereas you have been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through you.
No man went through us. Nobody really cares. They don't really care about us as far as these other nations. Whether they front and fake, that's all they doing. They don't care. Read.
I will make you an eternal
I will make
excellence.
you what?
An eternal excellence.
The Most High said, I'm going to make you an eternal excellence. Think about that, man. You can't even wrap your head around that because it's timeless. If we make that in, we're going to be an eternal excellence before all nations, before the entire earth. I mean, before the entire universe, really. All right? Read on.
A joy of many generations.
A what?
A joy of many generations.
Drop down to verse 21.
Verse 21. Your people also shall be all righteous.
See that all the remnant that come out, we all going to be dealing in full righteousness. Ain't going to be no half-stepping. Ain't going to be no just keeping a few commandments here and there. We're going to be full of righteousness by us being that chosen seed. Read on.
They shall inherit the land forever.
Again, eternity, right? Read on.
The branch of my planting.
The branch of my plant. The Most High said that he going to bring forth that new heavens and new earth. And no eye has seen, no ear has heard what he got planned for us. They little technological advances ain't going to compare. Forget a Benz, forget a Bugatti, forget all that matters. What the Most High got prepared for us going to far exceed all of that. And won't destroy the earth, like all they so-called inventions is doing. Read on.
The work of my hand.
That what?
That I may be glorified.
And that's the most important part. He going to perform all of these different things for us, but so that his name gets that highest esteem forever. And that's why how important it is being that chosen seed. Because we are the ones who represent the Most High in this earth, and we the ones that's going to bring forth that truth to the other nations. So with that, I say shalom, Shabbat shalom. Most High be with you all.